in the blank. Alan Hahn, fill in the blank. Next season, Kevin Durant will be playing for the
Oklahoma City Thunder. I just think bring them home. If the Thunder don't get to the NBA Finals, you have to do everything you can to get over the top. Bringing him home might do it. You have all these draft picks, do it. My other choice, by the way, don't sleep on the New York Knicks because they might be still missing a piece. And this could be that piece. Remember, KD originally wanted to play for the Knicks back in 2019. Did not. Had that work out in Brooklyn. Not so good. You can right or wrong that.
Let the record show Alan's other choice is always the Knicks. So we'll see where that
New
goes.
York, it always is.
Rudy, fill in the blank. The Warriors will finish this season where?
I'd say Western Conference Finals. I mean, they have a new sense of urgency. They have Jimmy, who is, been playing well. He's been filling it up since he's been there. And we have Steph. Steph is still playing at a high level. You have Draymond back, and we have a lot of pieces around him.
2 playoff series wins. That'd be a pretty good run for the Warriors if they can do it. Same question, Alan, about the Lakers, the new look Lakers. They will finish their season where?
I think they're going to be in the conference finals. I just think what you're seeing from Luka, Doncic, and LeBron James and just their ability to connect immediately, just intelligently, IQ, the way they play off of each other, and that's just the beginning. You know it's going to evolve and get better. Defenses, questions. Matchups are a question, but I will point out that Luka Doncic has already proved that he can beat the Thunder in the playoffs. With Lou Dort guarding him, he's done it once before. He can certainly do it again.
Yes, and obviously LeBron has proved everything a person can prove.
Right.
There are questions about this team, though, and they mostly are on the defensive end. Small sample size. They've been good on defense since they got Luka, but we don't expect that to continue. Rudy, there's an old expression in every sport, defense wins championships.
Yes.
Is it true? If this team is ridiculously dynamic offensively, can they make a very deep playoff run even if their defense is, let's say, subpar?
Well, I say they proved it last year with Luka making it to the conference, well, to the finals.
Yes.
The team.
Oh, yeah.
I think this is a new era of basketball. Like, guys are scoring the ball. We're scoring at all-time rates.
Right.
I think you actually could kind of score your way into winning.
Alan, what do you think? Because
Playing faster certainly gets it done. It is always about matchups in the playoffs. We know that. There's certain teams that just have your number or match up well against you. But again, what they did with Denver, that opened a lot of eyes in that game specifically on the road, a house of horrors for LeBron and the Lakers in the past, and it didn't look like it was a problem for them. I've already mentioned Luka and the Thunder and what he already has that confidence going into a series like that. Wouldn't we love to see them play against Dallas? Wouldn't we love to see them play against Golden State? There's a lot of matchups that are compelling, but they'll always have 2 of the best players on the floor in every series.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, you could make an argument they'll have the 2 best players on the floor regardless of who they play. So then that brings, another old expression is styles make fights. What is it? I'm not asking you to give me a team, but what is it they can't defend? Like, what is it that would be their Achilles heel that they couldn't overcome?
Well, I mean, those guards. I mean, like we said, defense is a problem. Or it's going well.
So is it size or is it guards?
No, it's guard play. It's guard play. These guys. LeBron's 40 years old. Like, as much as we say and how well he's playing, Father Time waits for no man.
Right.
So, and
He's waiting for LeBron.
Yeah. Well, yeah. I don't know what it is. He has.
He's just sitting there having a coffee.
Exactly right. Father Time was like, listen, LeBron, anytime.
Right. I got to go.
How much time you need, LeBron?
Yeah.
But Luka is a capable defender. He hasn't, I think he's a capable defender. But this is where we're going to see where he makes that leap.
Yeah.
What you're talking about is what we saw in the playoffs 2 years ago when they got to the Western Conference Finals and LeBron's battery started to drain because they relied so much on him. And in that final series against Denver, you just saw fatigue for the first time, and that's what you're wondering about is when you get to the playoffs and it's that you're going hard every single night. Will he have enough in the tank to get it done?
Well, there's one thing we know about both these guys is that over the course of their careers, they have been clutch. And so was that man. And as my buddy John Butchergrass likes to say, clutch is everything.
Here's Gay. 3 seconds to go. Makes his move. Rudy for the win! For the tie. Put it in! Rudy Gay did it! Rudy Gay to win it. Yes! The Rudy Gay era.
How about this for a statistic? In the play-by-play era, which dates back to the '97 season, no player had on game-tying or go-ahead shots in the final 5 seconds of the fourth quarter or overtime had a better field goal percentage than Rudy Gay? Look at the name behind him on the list.
Can I take this home? Can I frame this?
Take a picture of that. You're 7 percentage points ahead of Steph Curry, for crying out loud. The order you want to put them, that you would want taken the last shot for you in a big moment the way you always took the big shot. You want to begin with LeBron James.
LeBron James, man. I mean, obviously, it's LeBron. You know, he has the most points in the history of the game. He's been in every situation. So I don't expect him to get nervous at all in those situations. So obviously LeBron is number one.
Would you put his new teammate on this list as well?
Of course I'll put his new team on, man. Because he's a dynamic player. Luka has to be on this list because I've seen it personally a couple of times. So, he's a dynamic player and he has, what do they say, ice in his veins?
Yes.
I guess you can say that.
So we've seen it. Now, how about the kid in Oklahoma City who is the overwhelming favorite for MVP? Does he belong on the list?
Now, I think Shea has to be on this list because he's just one of the most crafty players we've probably seen ever in the league. To be able to get the ball to the basket at multiple ways, it's really hard to stay in front of him. And you have to have a person like that take your last shot.
Okay. Now, I said you were first on the all-time list. Steph Curry is second on the all-time list. Does he make this list?
Of course he makes this list, man. Come on. Did y'all see him this summer? Come on, man. Some of the shots he can get off and how he plays is it's so hard to guard. Steph Curry has to be on this list. By the way, this is no particular order.
Right.
This guy has to be on this list.
And then who rounds it out? You got Steph, you got, I see KD.
Yeah, I mean, come on now. We could talk about KD and whether he should be here, where he's going to be next year. But one thing we know about KD, he's going to be consistent and he's going to get buckets. KD definitely has to be on this list. He's one of the best scorers ever. And, he's also, you talk about height. This guy's 7 feet. Nobody he can't shoot over. So I'll definitely
won't
put
admit
KD on this list.
Kevin Durant doesn't want you to know that he's 7 feet tall. But if you've ever stood anywhere near
him. If you walk next to him, you know how tall he is.
It's exactly right. Alan?
6'11" and a half.
You're right.
How about the list?
It's obvious. It's a very good list. I've seen Luka Doncic do it myself firsthand as well, catching something off a missed free throw and making a basket to force overtime. An incredible play when he had a 60-point triple-double. LeBron has the highest percentage when it comes to game-winning shots in clutch time in the playoffs than anybody. He's got the most made. Yeah. The only name I'm wondering about is this guy because we haven't seen it yet. In the biggest moments.
Yes, that is the one question.
He's probably going to have to do it if they're ever going to win a championship.
Well, he's going to have to do a lot.
So we'll see if he does. Jamal Murray's had some moments. Yes. We know he can knock down some clutch shots as well.
NBA